Welcome to this Get Grounded meditation. You can do this in any comfortable position. You can be seated or you can be lying down, whatever feels right for you in this moment. I'm inviting you to get yourself into a comfortable position. So if you are seated, if you can have both of your feet flat on the floor, it's important that you're grounded, and have your feet about hip width apart. And if it's possible, have a little bit of space between the back of the chair where you are and your spine, if that's possible. Okay. So inviting you, if it feels comfortable for you, to close your eyes. And if you prefer not to, then to simply lower your gaze. And we're going to begin now to focus on the breath. Just noticing as it flows in and out. And we're going to have a cycle of about 4 or 5 breaths here, just to settle us into where we're seated. So the breath flows in and out. And as the breath flows in, notice any small movements that your body is making as you breathe, as you expand as the air comes in, and then contract as the air comes out. And inviting you now to notice the top of your head and sensing if there are any sensations or movements in this area. Maybe a swirling sensation or a pulsing. Or perhaps you may feel a temperature, maybe warmth or coolness. Or perhaps you may feel nothing at all, and that is a sensation in itself. And moving down now towards your forehead. And this is an area where we hold a lot of tension. Inviting this area to soften. And then to soften again. And as the breath flows in and out, just pausing in this area now, in your forehead, and just noticing any sensations here. Moving down to your eyes, the space around your eyes. Inviting this area to relax. And the space behind your eyes. Inviting this area to relax too. Moving down to your cheeks and then to your nose. Noticing the temperature on the tip of your nose. Maybe there's a coolness that you can notice. And as the air flows in, you notice cooler air. And as you exhale, you may feel warmer air. And now to your mouth, having that awareness of your lips, and then your teeth and your gums. Your jaw is an area which can also hold a lot of tension. So inviting this area to relax, unhinge in a way. And if the mind begins to wander, as minds often do, then kindly and without judgment, bring your focus back to your breath as it flows in and out. Sensing your neck and your shoulders now, and inviting you to imagine a sense of dissolving, of ice to water, and then water to gas. And then feeling your shoulders from the inside. Noticing the length of your arms, your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, and then down to your wrists and your hands. Bringing your awareness to the top of your hands, and perhaps you can feel a coolness as the air of the room covers this area of your skin. Noticing your palms now and feeling them from the inside. Stretching out towards your fingers and your fingertips. And there may be a warmth or a coolness, or perhaps a swirling or pulsing sensation that you notice in some or a few of your fingers. Pause here for a moment to recognize the life that's flowing through you. And then bringing your focus back to your breath as it flows in and out. And inviting these next breaths to be received with a softened belly. This breath. And this one too. And it may be that you feel a lengthening of the breath as it moves in through your nostrils, down through your throat, through your chest, and into your belly. And sometimes people describe this as breathing from the navel, as it naturally pulls the breath down, that longer, deeper breath. And having that awareness now of your lower back, of the chair that you're sat upon, the contact that you're making with that. Feel your spine supported in the chair. And now moving down to your legs, noticing the length and the density of your legs, your thighs, the muscle, the fibre, the tissue, and all the spaces in between. And if the mind begins to wander, as they often do, then kindly and without judgment, bring your focus back to your breath as it flows in and out. Moving down to your knees now, your kneecaps and the pit of your knee. Having an awareness of the joint, of the muscle and the fibres here. And now to your shins. And then to your calves. Noticing the density of your calves compared with your shins. And just pausing here for a moment to notice that. Moving down to your ankles and feeling both sides of your ankles. And then feeling your ankles from the inside. And notice any swirling or pulsing here. And now to your feet, always supported by the earth beneath you. Feeling your heels on the ground, the density, the weight of this part of your foot. And compare that with the lightness of the arch. Noticing if there's any space in the arch area. Stretching forward now to the ball of your foot. Again, denser than the arch. And forward to your toes. Noticing the space between your toes, or if you can feel your toes touching, or perhaps maybe socks or slippers that are in contact with your toes in this moment. Inviting you now to focus on your right foot and the big toe on your right foot. Just notice what's going on there in this moment. Can you feel any temperature? Can you feel any pulsing or swirling? Or perhaps you feel nothing at all. And whatever you feel is absolutely right for you. And inviting you now to expand your awareness to your whole body, sat here in this moment, in this room, and all parts of you are welcome and safe. Bringing your awareness now to your heart center, about the size of a tennis ball in the center of your chest. And pausing here to notice the breath as it flows in and out of this area. And perhaps there are feelings or emotions, or perhaps an openness or tension or heaviness. Notice what's happening here for you and allow all to be. And as we begin to move towards the end of this practice now, pausing here at the heart center and recognizing the kindness and the self-compassion that you've shown yourself in these moments by allowing all parts of you to simply be just for these moments. And if your eyes are closed, then gently tilt your head forward and gradually let the light of the room back in. And it may be that you'd like to bring some small movements or stretching, perhaps a shoulder roll, and just give yourself a moment just to settle back with your eyes open. Thank you.